Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new here. My name is Leah and I am clueless about books and reading the Booker Prize long list, which is crazy. So today we are reviewing this book which I finished, which is Pearl by Sian Hughes. So I read it on my Kindle and it actually took quite a long time to read it because my Kindle kept, decharging, losing charge. Anyway, that's by the by. I really enjoyed this one. So, spoiler alert, I liked this one quite a lot. It's not a 5-star for me, but it was definitely good. Now, I've heard that quite a lot of people have found it really difficult to read, or they've just found the author maybe going on at tangents quite a lot, but I genuinely followed the story. And it's because this is how my mind works. And I really understand grief. I understand losing your mother. I understand losing a parent when you're young. I lost my dad when I was very young. And I understand those feelings. It is frenetic. It is sporadic. And I understand the feelings that you have when you are going through grief. It doesn't feel like the timeline is all in one. And when you recall those memories, they're not all in one. So I felt like it actually depicted it really well. And I'm not saying that these people haven't felt grief. I'm just saying that my grief and the way that I felt it and the way I was very similar to how Marianne, our protagonist, was relaying this. I really enjoyed that each chapter had a like a nursery rhyme at the beginning of them. Nursery rhymes I'd forgotten as well. And I did feel like they were very much part of the chapter that they were about. So I mean, I felt that this book was a little gem. I'm really pleased that I read it. I'd like to read more from Sian Hughes. I thought that it was nice and descriptive, but it wasn't overly so it wasn't accessible. It didn't make me feel uncomfortable. There were parts of the story that I completely understood. There was some representation in there which I really enjoyed in some ways. In some ways, it wasn't great because the actual circumstance was a little bit difficult when you read it and how it all came about. But I just felt it was interesting. It was interesting to see the journey from being someone's daughter to being a mother and understanding how things may have been different, especially for the remaining parent. And that was also very interesting because I think my mum, similarly like Marianne's father, had a similar reaction, and there were things that were quite different, but the way that I was and the way that my mum was with me when my dad passed away, I mean, I was a teenager and there were lots of things that I was doing. I didn't go off the rails. I didn't do anything. I have to admit that the mental health side of things, I was maybe a little bit more level-headed, but there were things that I did that were probably a bit, I mean, I could look back now, that were maybe a reflection of the grief that I had, a reflection of the loss that I was feeling. So it was really, really good. I thought it was great. I gave this 4 stars, and it's a strong 4 stars. Now, I gave Sarah Bernstein's book 4 stars, but I keep thinking about it. And this is the thing. This is how I feel books, if they leave an imprint on me. And this reminds me a little bit of Ruby Fruit Jungle. Have you ever read that? Where it's sort of an exploration of feelings and that sort of from teenager into adulthood. I just feel like, you know, that was it. It's a story that I connected with. It's a character that I very much connected with. It was a feeling, and the feeling of trying to understand the loss, navigate how that felt. I just felt like this was a great book. I think it deserves to be on the Booker long list, which is the first time I've actually said this. This is one that I completely understand why it's here. So, next book that I'm reading is this one, If I Survive You by Jonathan Escoffery. It's sort of linked up stories, I think, from what I've heard. I don't know. I think this sounds. I think I might enjoy this. I know a lot of people haven't enjoyed it loads, but I think I might do. So, what's the inside pages looking like here? It's just white. It's just a white book inside. Okay. I do like the cover, actually. I think that's really nice. So this is the next one that I'm going to attempt on the book along list. I'm going to have a little break. I'm going to read something else. But that is the next one that I'm attempting, and mainly because I think it's the next shortest. So, and I also want to read This Other Eden and the Victoria. I can't remember. Sorry if you can hear children in the background. It's summer holidays. Sorry. I'm sorry, just going to happen. So this is my next read. I will let you know what I think of that. I have to admit this was, I was blindsided by this one. I didn't know I was going to really enjoy it, and I did. So if there's anything that you would like to, I mean, I haven't, as you know, reviewed this particularly well, but hopefully it gives you an idea of if you've experienced grief, and I think maybe, and this is awful because all the reviews by women have enjoyed this. All the reviews by men haven't, and maybe that's where the mind differs. I'm not saying there's a difference, but I feel like there's a slight difference here. So yeah, I'd be interested to find out what you thought of it and if you're going to give it a go. It's not a very long book. I appreciate that it wasn't a long book, but 190 pages or something. So go ahead, check it out. Let me know. I'm really excited to see your views as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you would like to subscribe, please do. It would really make my day, and I hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.